Hey there, Christian.
Hey, where are you?
Hey, I'm at home.
I don't see your picture.
Oh,
No,
sometimes when I use the video, it messes up my internet.
don't worry about it. We don't need it.
Yeah, I've got like 4 people streaming in parallel, and I can't get any of them to stop.
Yeah, I got a pretty robust system here. So,
Yeah,
but
nice. Well, what are you on? Comcast?
Comcast, they're almost their highest service, though I found out they have even a higher one now. I
Huh.
thought yeah, I had a pretty high one. Well, because of B&B, everybody comes in with all kinds of stuff.
Sure. Yeah,
So,
I was tempted. I'm tempted to try Starlink. The satellite stuff.
yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Just don't know the bandwidth on that, or you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
it might be better for remote areas.
Hey guys, are you expecting Steve tonight?
No.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. All right, then it's after 7, so you can get started.
Yeah, and Karen might drop in.
She is in as an attendee. When you're ready to bring her in,
Right.
just let me know.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds nice. We can meet her first, maybe. So, what do we have to do officially? Say call to order?
Well, we got a call to order, but we have to kind of read through, read the top of the agenda thing, so we have a record of the date and
Sure.
Who's in attendance, that kind of thing.
You want me to read that the commission statement?
Yes, we're supposed to.
Yeah, let me do that.
Just the first paragraph, though, Guy. You don't have to read all the detailed HTML stuff. Yep.
Oh, okay, good. The commission operates under the authority granted to it by Harpers Ferry Ordinance Article 131 as set forth in West Virginia Code Article 8-26A-4. The qualifications of the commission members are on file with the town and are hereby made a part of the record of each and every action of the commission at today's meeting. So is that it, or I need to finish the?
Well, you may want to say what the date and the time, and this it's a regular meeting.
Sure, it's a regular meeting and is June 21st.
Okay.
In the year of our Lord, 2021. Right.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Pull up the agenda.
Approval of agenda. Let's see.
Right.
I moved. I don't have any problem with it. I moved to well, unless you want to move Karen up.
Yeah, I think that would make sense, right?
Yeah, you could put her up in the beginning. So unless she wants to sit through the meeting, but she said you got her at the very end. Usually guests, we like to kind of respect their time and.
Right. Yeah, no, that makes sense to me.
Okay. Oh, I move that we move the to have Karen Sagazy be moved up to by two section between 2 and 3. I don't know, up there.
Yeah, I second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so we move Karen up. All right. Do we have minutes?
No, I need to. I had a technical snafu. I was almost done today, so
we'll save for next time.
Yeah, let's do it next time.
Okay. All right.
All right, I promoted Karen Sagazy to a panelist, and there she is. Looks like. Are you able to hear us okay, Karen? Might want to. You're on mute now.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Hi, Karen.
Hello. Congratulations, Christian, on your reelection.
Yeah, another 2 years. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Nice to meet you, Karen.
Nice to meet you.
So can you, I read through your letter. It was pretty brief in terms of your, I mean, interest in the commission. Can you maybe give me a little background?
Sure. My husband and I moved here. We settled in our home on Putnam Street on July 2nd last year. I've been coming to Harpers Ferry since I was probably about 7 or 8 years old, and just very fascinated by history. This town just is saturated with so much history. I'm a person who's very a visual and tactile learner. So to me, when I'm learning about history, to be able to see a building, walk in a building, experience a place, it brings it to light. And I think that anything I can do to help perpetuate that for the next generation, I'd love to do. I realize it's a lot of hard work. It's research. It's all kinds of things I have yet to understand, but it's kind of my desire and something I'm really interested in. And it will also help me learn a lot more about the place that I live in. So I am a retired nurse. I was an ER nurse as well as a psych nurse. I served in the Navy. And what else would you like to know?
You have any experience with historical structures?
Not structures per se. I worked on some committees in the Navy when we did a ceremony. We did stuff with historical ceremonies, but not structures in general. No.
Okay, or just archaeology or historic towns. I mean, how long have you lived in town? Did you say?
I'll be a year in July.
Okay. Have you lived in a historic town before?
Well, Baltimore, I don't know how historic. Hamilton area in Baltimore, but not particularly not the level of history that you have here.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, hey, I appreciate your willingness and interest to learn. So, I mean, if you're committed to doing that, I think that's a great thing.
Yeah.
I think I think a lot of people in town, Christian is tough as leather. He's been able to, stay through the political storms, but I think a lot of people are just exhausted from all the energy.
Yeah.
So.
And you could feel it moving in. You could kind of feel a vibe moving in, which I don't have a history in any of that's going on right now. So it's one of those things for me, just kind of positive move forward with what's going on. I'm not a person that wants to get entrenched in any drama or I don't have a particular stance. I believe if the town votes they want to do something, there's, you know what I'm saying? There's that level of, the town has spoken kind of thing. But my heart is in trying to preserve as much history as we can so we can actually share that and keep that going. So.
And that's exactly what we are trying to do. And if we lose that, and it concerns us and the historic landmarks, why people come here for this. And we're very concerned about, and we're the most unpolitical group of them all. And I serve on all these commissions, town council. This is my favorite one of them all. And it's because I love history, but I'm only because I have an old home. Mm-hmm. And I'm only the steward of this home. It'll be saved. When I go, there'll be somebody else take it over, and I hope they preserve it and keep it going. But that's why people come to this community, is to see the place. And we're disappointed sometimes. We're trying our best. We're disappointed because we're seeing stuff happen that shouldn't be happening. And we're trying to figure out how to rectify that. But there's stuff that when people, and that's the other problem, people are supposed to pull permits on their exterior. Oh, by the way, Karen, all we care about is the exterior. We don't do we don't do inspections of the interior of a house or anything. It's just the exterior. I wish they would keep the interiors. I'm beginning to see a lot of these homes on Zoom lately. They're sold or being in the market, and I was shocked to see how many of them I hate to say it, but they trashed them inside. They just removed all the character, I mean, these old homes, they're not that many of them. We got to preserve them inside now. But our job is to protect the outside.
Okay.
That's what our job is. And we're not political, but we always try to be nice to the right guy.
Yeah.
We try to be nice, accommodating. We're not like, like rigid. We're just trying to help owners to understand the importance of keeping their home historic looking. We get involved in the materials. We get involved in, and we're willing to look at substitutes as long as they have the right look to them.
Gotcha.
So it's one of my, Karen, you're really joining a really good one. This is a good one.
Good.
It really is. And you'll learn, and you will get more into when you get more into it. And we have it. Guy, don't we have that quote on the website? Explaining the historic.
Yeah, it's a great read. I definitely encourage that. And I can tell you, Karen, I've lived in town since 2008. I was an archaeology volunteer here before that, and for many years afterwards. So very, very long passion for history and historic towns. And one of the topics on the agenda today is the asphalt shingle roofs that are popping up all over town, and starting to track down what to do about that, right? Because it's really starting to change the character of the town, and we're moving in the wrong direction, right? With more historic metal roofs coming down and more asphalt shingle roofs going up. It's really concerning for me, and I think Christian as well, that we're not catching these things. And if it's a matter of need or a financial need, then let's figure out a way to help people with funding to do the right thing. And if it's not a matter of financial need, what can we do to prevent people from doing this? And what action can the town take to restore a historic roof?
Yeah.
So.
And another area that we talk a lot about are windows.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, people stick in all these vinyl rip windows. They don't belong. So we're constantly working on that and encouraging, because we look at new construction, believe it or not, as well. And we're always encouraging people to, if they're building new, to give it a flavor of historic home, the historic home, and we'll give them ideas that they can use. And anytime, in my opinion, any home that has a kind of historic look, I think it's worth more. I mean, I really do. I think there's people out there that are looking for historic homes. It's got an economic value. And it has an economic value for our town. That's why visitors come here. And by the way, it is for the whole town. It's not just what people perceive as historic district, but it's the entire town. We have what we call contributing structures. These are structures that we've designated as historic structures, and they're not just houses. They can be a barbecue. We're going to talk about that tonight, the grill. And so we're trying to preserve these structures, but they're throughout town.
Okay. Now, do we go into Bolivar, or we just stop?
No.
The corporation.
Strictly Harpers Ferry.
Okay.
We're strictly Harpers Ferry. We don't have anything to do with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, were you gonna sit with us as we go through the rest of the agenda?
That's up to you. I'm willing to stay if you guys.
Oh, we'd love to have you.
Okay.
If you got a few minutes, hopefully we won't go too long.
Okay.
But this way you'll get up to speed, and just know that the commissions and the committees don't pick their members. I forget that sometimes, or they have to be voted on at the town council level.
Okay.
So just know that.
Okay.
So, but you're in the process. So we've got to get you on the agenda. That reminds Kate Guy, we got to get her on the agenda for next meeting.
Oh, for the town council?
Yeah, you have to put together an agenda item. There's a form
Okay.
to get Karen nominated, and approved.
Okay. Got it. Let's, I'll do that. I mean, is that something I could just download from the town website?
Yeah,
Or
it's
is
on the
there,
town website on forms.
right?
Yeah. And I think
Okay.
also Nancy sent something out on it, how to run our committees and groups. And by the way, Karen, we run everything by Robert's rules and just like the town council. So
Okay.
it's pretty organized. Not on the agenda, we don't talk about it. If it's on the agenda, we can talk about it.
And that's what is it called? An agenda request?
Yes. Yeah, it's called deliberative body meeting agenda request.
Okay.
So this would be for the nomination of Karen. We got to get her on. If we don't get her voted on, then she's not on until they're voted on. And let's get her on in this next new council, which will be in July meeting.
All right. Good. I'll get that done.
And there may be more things. You're going to be more agenda items as we go through this meeting tonight. So.
Yep. I was going to say, did we have any, well, I guess Dan Riss Archives, I had a person who I thought would have been interested in coming in and doing an assessment, and that person's not interested now. Too much going on. Yeah, it's unfortunate. And I think Steve had suggested that we reach out to a university, or was that you? Was there somebody else?
Well, we were, just so you know, because I'm on budget and finance, we actually put a few bucks to this effort, set aside for this.
Yeah.
So I don't remember the dollar amount, but it was definitely to preserve, but it was also to catalog. So we might want to try to find somebody that we can literally hire to do this.
I was thinking, I couldn't remember, did Steve say he knew a program, or should we just reach out to some people at Shepherd, or?
Well, I'll probably talk to Steve first before we, and by the way, Karen, there's another member who's not here tonight, Steve Sherry, who lives in Lower Town. And he's a really great resource and been in the historic landmarks a really long time. We depend on him. He's good. Yeah, that would be, before we try to go another route, let's talk to Steve.
Yeah.
Maybe you could just send him an email and ask him, but I've been through a little bit of those boxes. Unfortunately, there's not as many boxes as I thought. I thought there was going to be a dozen boxes. It's like 3 or 4 boxes.
Oh, okay.
It's not, and it's kind of a mess.
Yeah.
But there's some great pictures in there. There's some great postcards. There's maps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but
and the whole
somebody
point there is just to capture a digital archive.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Now I put these on here because at the last meeting, we had talked about 395 Park Row. And that is my friend Paul's house. And I've spoken with him. He's great. And I think he's clearly adopted all the changes that we recommended. So there's nothing else for us to do on that count, right?
Yeah, I don't think so, unless he's not going to do it. But yeah, he was going to leave that front window up, that decorative. Good. Yeah, I would say this item is done.
Right. And I believe, is anybody actually responsible for following up and making sure that people actually do things?
It's a good question. Technically, Kevin Carden, the ordinance officer, compliance officer, is supposed to follow up on this.
Got it. Okay.
So maybe send him, Kevin Hamilton, an email. How are we doing on this? But that's his job.
Right.
That's what we hire. He's an employee of the town.
Right. Okay. And then I think the same, actually, the one that I would be more interested in is 630 Fillmore. I wonder if they're actually going to follow through. So,
They said they would. I got an email. Well, we got an email from the owner, Maria, and she said she was thankful that, about the the process and the suggestions and recommendations, but I don't know if it's been done yet. That I don't know.
right. Yeah,
But
no,
that'd
no,
be
they're
another
on
one
my
to
street.
follow up.
Yeah, they're actually, you're on our street too. So we've got them surrounded.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I would get Kevin Hamilton involved in it, because one, it's his job too. We're not the enforcers.
Right.
We make the recommendations, but we're not the enforcers. So,
Okay. The status of the Boundary Street Historic Wayside. Did you get my email with
Yes.
the two rejections? So is
Yeah.
that good enough?
Was that was that? Yeah. I made a copy of it. Hang on. So, I made a copy of the grill. Hang on.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I jumped ahead.
No, we're on Boundary. No, we're on Boundary.
Yeah, no, I was talking about the grill. I in my head I was thinking
Okay, so
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
go back to that. Okay, let's talk about the grill. By the way, Karen, what we're talking about here is the Pavilion Park. It's a park down in Camp Hill area, middle of town, and there's been a grill that was with a fireplace that was put up many years ago. We don't exactly know how long, but it is a contributing structure. So it was voted on in historic landmarks to retain this. I've been working on this for almost 2 years to get this thing funded and either replace it, repair it, or get rid of it. And it was decided to repair. Because if you've looked at it, it's got this snow fence around it, this wooden wrapped up, because it's unsafe right now. It could collapse because of the cracks in it.
Yeah.
So,
that was good. You put that fencing up, right, Christian?
no, I didn't. Well, Larry Waters
Okay.
put it up, maintenance guy. Yeah, he put it up. Yeah, it was definitely, if children would climb up on it,
Right.
it could fall apart. Somebody
Yeah,
could get hurt. So I saw that you had a bid. We had the original bid from the one guy.
Right.
So that's good. We'll keep that one. And the Budget and Finance Committee and the Town Council, was it the Town Council too? No, it was just the Budget and Finance Committee said repair.
Yep.
So they're willing to go up to whatever, 5K on it. So one guy, he said no, right?
They both said no. Yeah.
Where's the other
One's-
guy? Is
well,
that on the email?
It's a screenshot of a text message exchange. So I'm not sure it would have printed if you printed the email, but it was in the
I
same
see
email.
it. Oh, I see it there. Okay. So those are actually bids that are compliant with the West Virginia law. So we can use those two bids in conjunction with the other bid, which is so that other guy looks like he'll get the bid. So
Right.
I'll make sure that, or if you want to, just put it on as agenda item.
For the council?
For the council to
Yeah.
vote on, because we still
Sure.
can't move on it. And by the way, Karen, everything in town takes a long time. It's not, we're not a business. It just seems it takes a long time, but that's the way it goes. And we just have to be patient. Guys work hard on this one, real hard. But we're this close. We're almost there.
West
that's-
Virginia pace is refreshing.
Sorry. So Christian, that's another similar to the agenda request letter.
Yes,
for
this
Karen.
has to be put on there, and you may want to do that spreadsheet like you did before with the 3. Just do repair only, and put
Right.
in the one where we got the bid, and then the 2 others that are basically no bid.
Right.
And I suspect that was going to happen.
Right.
They're proud. I looked at the work that the steel and steel. I could not believe how good that guy was. I was blown away
Yeah,
of his
Daniel.
quality. Yes,
Oh yeah.
I was
He,
blown away. He's an artist.
yeah, he helped me with my stonework and my metalwork. He's a great guy. I love him.
I got to get to know him, but I see he's down at Storm's place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got a lot of stone here too, and iron. So
Yeah. Well, good. Yeah, I guess you've got his contact information. He's a
I
great
do.
guy.
Well, I'm gonna reach out to him and talk to him.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so that one, just put that on the agenda for
Yep.
next month. Now, it's possible that the mayor might not, the new elect mayor might not put it on the agenda. He's trying to keep the July agenda on the light side, so it might get pushed to August. I'm going to try to insist that he keep it on,
Yeah.
because we've worked so hard.
Sure. So
to
the
get
sooner the
this
better,
far.
right?
Sooner the better. Well, this gentleman said he was willing to start in July timeframe.
Right. All right. Should we? So there's no action to take. We don't have to vote on anything, right?
I would say here, you can make a motion that we're going to accept the bid from, we accept the bid from the other guy.
Yeah, this was your contact, right?
Yeah, that was my
his name
contact.
escapes me. I've got it written down. So yeah, that's my motion. We're gonna accept and recommend to the town council that they consider that bid as final.
Okay, and I'll second it.
All those in
All in
favor?
favor?
Aye.
Okay, so just get that in front of them. The others are two, so we'll have 3 bids, so we're legal.
Yep.
Okay.
So shall we move to the historic wayside?
No, let's go to, oh, yeah, the boundary.
Right, Boundary Street Historic Wayside. So I sent actually an email.
A little background on that for Karen.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, Karen, you familiar with Boundary Street?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's that
The dirt road.
gravel road that runs parallel to Union Street, across from what is that city? The city square? Is that what it is, with the fountain down across from the post office?
Yeah, I don't know if it's City Square, but it's a park.
Yeah, City Park. So that's the gravel road. If you go from up High Street, or is it Washington Street down there?
Yeah, and it goes all the way, by the way, to 340. It's a paper street at the end.
Yeah, it's been taken over by somebody. But
Well, Karen, it's our last street in town that's actually a dirt road.
Ooh, wow.
So it's a significant street historically to Harpers Ferry. It was the boundary between our two towns.
Yeah. So a lot of work has gone into developing some historic messaging to commemorate this road, and we've got a bid from a person who creates historic wayside signs, and I was trying to get bids from other people. And Christian, I don't know if you saw my email earlier today.
I saw one of them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the person I spoke with at the company in Pittsburgh is actually the one who's doing the fabrication work for David.
Oh, you found a supplier. Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, she gave me pricing, and then as we were talking through things, she came to the realization that this was like David's project.
Yeah.
So she said, I really wouldn't want to compete against him.
Right.
And then the other company out of Pennsylvania that I got in touch with only wants to work on the design, does not fabricate. So I'm going to have to get another couple. I don't know.
Well, these may be
back to basics.
these may be your bids that we can use. So we
Yeah.
got 3. Yeah. Just so you know, Karen, the gentleman that we've been talking to about this sign he's done the signs for the National Park Service. That's what he does as a business, and he makes these signs. There's one actually at the Bolivar School for veterans. So if you wanted to see the kind of work he does, he also did the sign up at the Longfellows. Is that it? Longfellows.
Oddfellows?
Huh? Oddfellows.
Oddfellows.
Yeah, sorry. He did that sign up there as well. So what we're trying to do, Karen, is we're trying to not just do houses and stuff, but we also, the Historic Landmarks Commission wants to get more into history and do some more. The Park Service does a lot of stuff, but they don't do stuff for Harpers Ferry per se. So we want to explain our history to visitors. So he's put together, this would be put into the park, that town park that we own. We would put this sign there, like a Park Service sign. They're 2 by 4 feet. And you would look at it, and when you look above the sign ahead, you would see the dirt road boundary. It's really cool, the concept. And it would explain the history of this road. And this gentleman would do all the research. He would find the pictures. The creative. It's not just building the sign, but it's the design. Is really important. There's one for in front of the Lutheran church that's not from him, but it's another example of a sign that explains. There's an old photograph in there of the Lutheran church and some other buildings in Harpers Ferry, and explains what happened at that church. So that's what we've been working on for a long time. And this is in the budget.
Right.
It's good to have a guy in budget and finance in historic landmarks. So.
Yeah. So, well, I guess, should I try to get another company?
Try if you can.
Right.
But it sounds like you got a no bid from one. The Pittsburgh is basically no bid.
Right. That's right.
The other one, I don't know. But yeah, do what you can. These projects, if it was just putting in a sidewalk, yeah, there's 100 companies out there. And yes, we need to, or we're buying a truck or whatever we're doing. But when we're in this historic stuff, it's very, very, there's not many outfits that do this work.
Right.
And it's hard to find them.
Yeah. Okay. Should we move on to new business?
Yes.
Okay. And did you happen to see the spreadsheet that I had put together and shared with the historic roofs? Okay.
Yep.
So I felt like that was a good start, at least getting documented, and then, working with you to triage who the biggest offenders are. And I'd say certainly Towns Inn is one that's a real concern. So,
well, let me explain Towns Inn a little bit. She had a bad roof there. It was an emergency situation. She replaced it. Now she has applied for a state grant, because I signed I filled out a letter for her.
Oh, that's great.
I don't know if she'll get it, but by the way, Karen, there's a historic preservation group in the state of West Virginia, and there are some funds available for business owners and for homeowners to preserve their homes, like putting roofs on them or windows, that kind of stuff. Without a roof, the building will be gone in a short period of time. Without a good roof on it, will be gone. It'll be demolished. But we're concerned that in Lower Town in particular, Lower Town is our most historic part of the town, the mercantile 19th century town.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of asphalt roofs up there, and they did not exist then.
Right. So the question is, what are we going to do about it? Right. With carrot, sticks, what's our,
well,
what can we do?
part of the problem is when they apply for permits. Well, part of the problem is they're not applying for permits to do the work. They just do it.
Yeah.
So we're not even, Kevin Hamilton, the compliance, our compliance, ordinance compliance office was supposed to catch it, but these things kind of happen quickly. And we've missed a few of these buildings. They just got put on.
Yeah, you saw the pictures that I got up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one restaurant, they've got stuff going on. There's a B&B that I can't tell what kind of roof they're putting on it. It looks like they've got tar paper out there now. So,
somehow I think we have to we always think we have to talk to the owners of these buildings. It's not
Right.
always the person who's in the business in the building. They're just renting it. So we have to figure out who the heck these owners are. And a lot of them are not residents.
right. So
So
so is there anything we can do about, it sounds like you've already done something to help the lady, Mrs.
yeah,
Townsend?
Karen, yeah. Yeah, because she's trying to, and she's got some other work she wants to do to make her house her building more historic. Her building is probably one of the most prominent buildings in Lower Town.
Yeah. So
Right.
what do you think? Is there anything else? Is that it? Like, just cross our fingers and hope the state decides to help her out with some funding?
Well, the problem is we don't have a mechanism in Harpers Ferry to do anything like this for an owner. There is no mechanism.
Mhm.
I'm not. So that's why I think we need to do more research to figure out what some other small historic towns are doing to preserve their downtowns and
Yeah.
their historic buildings. There may be programs. I'm not saying there may be some way that we can do something jointly with the owners and
Mhm.
financially. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is going to take a lot more research, I think. Other
Yeah,
than
that was-
forcing them to put metal roofs on.
That was going to be my next step, is to reach out to Williamsburg and Gettysburg. I did talk with Xander as well about his roof. He put up the slate, faux slate. Have you seen his roof?
No.
And he's got the house over by the hotel.
Okay. Well, there's a house. I'm looking at it right now. Pete Murphy's house next to my house. She has a
Right.
faux slate on it too. And you know what? I had no idea it was faux.
Right.
Jerry had to tell me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that stuff looks so good compared to asphalt shingles. Unfortunately, I was asking Xander, like, how much did it cost? And he said it was actually pretty expensive compared, that they really could have gone with a metal roof. They just, price really wasn't the biggest factor there.
Oh.
So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, there have been wars in this town. I heard of one on Ridge Street, Stone House, built by the same builder my house. It's right at Stone and Jackson, and Ridge and Jackson, East Ridge. And that house had a red tile roof on it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
This was like a decade or two ago. This is a long
Right.
time. This is way before me. And I heard it was like World War III
Yeah.
over that.
Right.
And they got asphalt shingle on it because, or it's the same color, or
Yeah.
This is a difficult area.
Well, for sure. I think who's the other guy? I can't remember his name. He has that store in downtown, and he did the asphalt roof. His name is escaping me right now. He doesn't live in town. He lives in Charlestown, but he owns that. I guess he owns that building, and it's like it was a wine shop, and
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
And he
There's
put
a
up-
lot of these buildings that got not done right.
But so for somebody like that, what role do we play with a person like that? Like, I think he has the money to have made the repair. So what do we do about that?
Well, we can probably take them to, I mean, we can because of the lack of permits and things like that. We definitely didn't approve it. I
Yeah.
mean, there's something there that may require our legal counsel, our town attorney, to give us some sort of what we can and cannot do.
So does that mean like our committee submits a letter to the council saying, this is a person that has violated and should be,
well, actually I really suggest one of these days we have another meeting but we pull Kevin Hamilton in the meeting.
Yeah.
Because it's the permit problem. We're having a problem with permits. People aren't getting permits. And that's why we're going to get to that other agenda item, the welcome letter. And and I forgot to give you that stuff. I got so busy, but I want you to see that material. That's Steve shared.
I met Storm yesterday, or was it a couple days ago, something like that. Within the past, everything's a blur. But he's excited about that as well. So I'd love to see it. I'd like to start handing it out. And
that's right. We need to set expectations. That's the whole problem. Yeah. People in town, they do stuff and they think they're living in I don't know, Richmond, Virginia. Let me pick a non-historic town. Yeah, I don't know, Houston, Texas or something. And they think they can do anything they want.
Myrtle Beach. Yeah.
Myrtle Beach or something. Right. You can't do that.
Right. So it's gotta be three legs of the stool. Get the information out there, make sure people are informed, help the people who need help with funding, and get after the people who are making, egregious violations.
Yeah. And this funding thing, I think someday when we can get the Hilltop moving and that thing starts generating the kind of tax revenue that we think we're going to get, I mean, that's going to be a really important for that effort, because the past has been that we have had no money. And the Hilltop was a big, before it went down, before it closed, but even the years at the end, it was back taxes, you know what I mean? They hadn't been paying their taxes, but there was a period of time when it was really important to the town revenue.
Right.
So we'll get it back up there, but it's going to be years from now.
All right.
We'll work on this.
Yeah, I'll do my part. If you, whenever you get a chance to send me the letter, I'll go through that. I'll reach out to Williamsburg and Gettysburg, get their advice. Should we talk about 980 West Ridge?
I don't know much about it, because did they give you anything on it?
No, I didn't see anything come via email. Maybe I missed it, but
no,
I think I saw you asked somebody to let us know what was going on with it.
Yeah, BZA, Board of Zoning Appeals, is meeting soon, I think this Friday or this week, to discuss some issues, but we should get some look at it. If it's the one I think it is, it's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. It's a cottage, very small, with a basement. I saw the plans briefly at the town hall, but I didn't really look at them. So maybe next meeting we should get involved, or in the meantime go up there and look at the plan. There's the plans, blueprints up at the town hall.
Yeah.
And I think it's hard for them to send that, electronically. So town hall's pretty much open now.
Okay. So have you seen it? Do you have any concerns about it?
I didn't. I only saw the schematic. I didn't really see like an exterior view.
Yeah. I mean, is this another one of those, this is different than the one that Chad built?
Well, this is he's building the house. Chad's building it.
So, I mean,
but I don't know what it looks like.
Is this the one that he already brought to the committee that we had concerns about having no chimney and, right?
Yeah, that was, that one. No, this is another one. That one's on Cambridge. And
Okay.
that house, yeah, they dropped the chimney, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah. We're
I know.
we're
I
losing the
know.
plot here.
I know.
So,
this
and
house,
I think it did it have an asphalt roof as well? Yeah.
yeah, but remember, we caught another house on Cambridge and West Bridge, and we spoke to that owner, and they changed their lighting to be down lighting, and they also put a metal roof on,
That's good.
and they did have a chimney. They already had a chimney, so in the
Yeah.
plant. Beautiful little house, beautiful house.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Okay. So that'll be my takeaway. I'll go look at the blueprints because what are we really supposed to do? We have to stick our nose in there or?
I think so. I don't know why we didn't get it, the stuff, but we should have some say, I think, in all new construction in the community. It should have some elements, some historic elements in it.
Yeah.
Or if we don't say anything, it won't get it. If it's not in it, it
Right.
won't be there.
So who do we need to talk to?
That would be Patty,
Okay.
but you can go in town hall. They're hanging on the wall, in the back wall, in the town council chambers.
Okay. So, is it just on us to kind of make ourselves aware when new construction is being done and reach out to the homeowners and say, hey, we'd like to talk to you about your home?
No. That's another one where we should have gotten this from Kevin, I believe.
Okay.
He should have made us aware. Sometimes they're almost building these things before we get involved, and that's not good.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'll do that. And I guess we already talked about the letter, right?
Yeah, we should probably do an action item, a motion that we're going to do a letter. We're going to do a welcome letter with the pamphlet, with, the whole thing. So how to get a permit, and I would suggest, I'll make the motion here in a second, but
Sure.
I would like to have the whole town get this, not just new people come in. It's like, this is how we operate here. And the Historic Landmarks is watching you. No, just kidding. But
Right.
we're trying, and they need to understand. That's why I want this letter to say why it's important to preserve our heritage.
Right.
Or they're not going to, people eventually, they'll become, you know what I mean? It's just like, I don't want all this faux stuff. I want real stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so I'll make a motion that we continue to study and develop a welcome letter, pamphlet, booklet for all residents of Harpers Ferry.
Yeah. Agreed.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. So we're going to do that. And this was a suggestion from the past chair, Ed Wheelis.
Got it. No, it's I think it's fundamental for sure.
Oh yeah, and it should come from us.
I agree.
And we could put names on if we want. I don't know, but yeah, maybe the letter could be changed.
Yeah, no, I think it's good because we want to help people, right?
Yeah. Well, this pamphlet is a trifold. So I was thinking, if we had the trifold, it kind of explains the importance of it, why, so forth, and then we'll have, the welcome letter. I think eventually we have to have a welcome letter for new owners, in the future.
Sure.
Like Karen, yourself, like welcome to Harpers Ferry, and
I'm sure Williamsburg does something similar too. Where did we get this example? You said, was it from Storm?
This came from Edinburgh, Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty good.
But I bet
they're really historic, and they're a World Heritage Site, a UN World Heritage Site. So it's even more important. And they have booklets that explain how to keep the front of your house with the ironwork.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
That sounds great.
So I'll get you the stuff.
Okay.
Well, good. I think, and I think that wraps it up, right, Christian?
You could do a motion to end it.
Okay, well then that's well, how
I
do you
move
even,
to
yeah,
end our meeting.
I move to end the meeting.
I second it.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Well, hey, Karen, great to meet you, and look forward to having you aboard. Appreciate your enthusiasm, and look forward to doing great things. We need all the help we can get. We got a lot of work to do.
Yeah,
Thank you.
technically, Karen, we have 5 people. We're down to 3,
Okay.
so we're a little light.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you both. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Take care.
All right. Thanks, and
All right, take
we'll
care.
be talking soon, Christian.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Good night. Good night, Debbie.
Night.